Hello, my name is George Bortnick, and my daughter, Krista Wallace, asked me to make a movie on how to make yogurt. And she also asked me to make how to make butter and several other things, how to rehydrate food, and this is the first leg on it. We're gonna say that this is how we're gonna make yogurt. Okay, we're gonna start off with some of the materials we need. I use this, as far as like a cooking piece, I use this New Wave oven. Or not an oven, it's a stovetop. This thing is great. It's right to the degree. You can control how hot it is and everything. It's great. Just don't try to buy one on an infomercial. You buy it in a store, and I think they're about $85, something like that, in a store. But other than that, that's the only way I'd buy one of these, because they've got a real scam going on. Okay, use a pan here. I use this thing called a spider, and basically what this thing vibrates around, and it actually stirs all the time while this thing is heating up. And I've got a digital thermometer. It reads out the instant temperature as to what the milk is. So we're going to start off, and as far as the milk, we're just using skim milk, and we don't need to be that accurate with it. I'm going to pour in about a half a gallon. Yeah, there's about half a gallon of milk, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to put that thing on 200 degrees. And okay, that's starting. And now what I'm going to do, you have to have powdered milk. At least this is the way I do it. You don't need to, but this is the way I do it. Because when I get all done here, I'm going to make this, instead of just plain yogurt, I'm going to make this Greek yogurt. It's just such a simple thing to do. I'm going to use a half a cup of powdered milk in here. No matter what, it just makes it a little bit thicker. I'm going to stir this up. See, the one thing about milk, you don't want it to get up to where it burns on the bottom or scalds on the top. So we got that mixed up real good. Now what I'm going to do is put this little spider here, and that's going to keep stirring it. Now what I'm going to do is, from time to time, I'm going to use my digital thermometer, and I'm just going to take a temperature thing. And what I want to do, I've got the degrees set for 200 degrees, but what I want is I want this to get up to 180 degrees, at least 180 degrees, and then cool off to about 110 degrees. Once it gets to 110 degrees, then I just want to use about a half a cup of yogurt as a starter, and that puts it back in it. We'll mix that all up, and then we'll pour it in some quart jars. Okay, we'll be back with you just as soon as we do this part. Hello, this is George Bortnick again, and I'm back. We've been heating this on the New Wave stove unit, tabletop unit. We've got it set at 200 degrees, and I'm going to check this with the digital thermometer right now. I wanted to give about a 180 to 185. 74, 75, 76. Okay, it's real close. 77. It's real close. Now, what's going to happen is when this turns to 180, I'm going to just go ahead and shut this off and let this cool down. I'm going to let this cool down to 110 degrees. I'm actually going to put some, let's see, what is it, 178. I'm going to actually put some ice in here to, say about 3 or 4 ice cubes in here to cool it down. All we're trying to do is get this to a temperature to where it kills all the other germs. And we're going to put these in jars. Once we get all the starter and everything together, we're going to put this in sterilized jars, ones that I run through the dishwasher, and that'll be another process. So we'll get that started for you. And we're at 179 and holding. For some reason, she's not going up there. There's 180. Okay, I'm shutting this down. Okay, the oven's shut down. This is going to cool off. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to let this spider run for a little bit longer. That'll keep stirring it and it'll cool down. I'm going to throw some ice cubes in there and we will go from there. Well, we're back again, and this is my wife, Sana, and she's going to be taking camerawoman. Okay. Okay, why don't you take pictures of me, honey?
Oh, Lord.
Okay.
Lordy.
The reason we got this back down to 110 degrees is when you add the yogurt or the starter to it, you don't want to kill all the bacteria. What we're doing is this is a controlled souring of milk. So that's basically what it is. So I'm going to go ahead and take this measurement, make sure it's at least 110 degrees. Why don't you come on over here and you see it's 104, 5, 6.
Can we see it yet? I don't have my glasses on.
It's 107. It's 107 degrees. So that's okay. Now what we're going to do is we're going to come over to the sink. And we're going to pour these. Whoops. I almost forgot the most important part.
Ooh, you did.
Okay, here's the yogurt. And you take out about a half a cup. Mix it up real good. Make sure it gets it all mixed around. Let me just pour one of these. I poured about that full. Now what we're going to do is we're going to seal this one. Wash off the extra. Now what we're going to do is I'm going to put this in a dehydrator. It's probably going to take about 3 quarts for this. I'm going to put this in a dehydrator and run it at about 100 degrees. And I'm going to do that for 12 hours. And when I get up tomorrow morning, this will be all stiff. But you'll have a little whey left over. Now, it'll be good yogurt then, but we want to make it exceptionally good, make the Greek yogurt. So what we're going to do is we're going to run this through a strainer for at least 2 hours, and then it gets all the way. It's not as moist, it's harder, it's more like cream cheese. So that's what we're going to do, and we will get back with you tomorrow. Red button.
Bye. Go.
Hi. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Okay, our yogurt is all. I put it through the dehydrator, and you can see I've got 2 Excaliburs here, and I've already shut them off. I sort of peeked a little bit, and I checked it, and this is the way I put my yogurt in here. I've got them sealed, and I'm going to move them over to the other section here. As you can see, they're solid, but I don't know if you can see this or not, but there is some moisture to it. So all we're going to do, now this is yogurt, this is ready to eat right now. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to get over on this side, and all I have is some strainers in these bowls here, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this off. We're going to make Greek yogurt. Maybe you can see some of the liquid is. What's going to happen is this is going to, we're going to drain basically all the way out of there, and it's going to be a consistency of like cream cheese. I think we'll be able to fit all 3 of these into one.
I don't think so.
Yeah, maybe not.
Okay.
The wife tells me,
I don't think so.
so she doesn't think so. So we'll just make another mess over here. But this is going to be all Greek yogurt. Now you should be able to see the liquid coming out of there. Whoa!
I thought you were going to do that.
I knew that was going to happen.
I saw it happening.
Okay. Now, we're going to let this set for 2 hours this way, and just in the open air and everything, and this way all the liquid, all the whey and everything will be draining out of there. And so we'll be checking back with you in 2 hours, and we'll have this all drained, and we'll repackage it, and we'll be all done. Okay, we're back, and then we're going to finish this up. I want you to look at this first. You can see how it dried up a little bit. It's a lot firmer, and this is all the whey that came out of it.
What about a cup of it in there, huh?
Yeah, I'd say probably a cup. Yeah, but here's the whey, and it's this. Now we've got a friend that she does this, and she is Connie Matson, and what she does is this is her cream cheese that she just makes it this way. Well, I think it's the same thing as, I've heard it's the same as Greek yogurt. Basically, all we're gonna do, take a clean jar again, sterilize, and this is one of the best tools to own. This little funnel. For any of your prepping, it's some of the best stuff you'll ever get. And so what we're going to do is we're going to take a spoon and just look at the thickness of that. That is really good. And we just throw it in there. So
That's all there is to it.
that's it. So Krista, there you go. That's how you make yogurt. And
So this is George and his trusty friend Trixie.
she's looking for. I usually drop stuff on the
Usually
floor.
drops yeah, so we have Trixie here. Yeah, you're a cute girl.
Okay, well that's it for
See
today, and we'll get this thing on YouTube, and we shall go from there. So,
Bye.
bye.